Chelsea 3-0 winners away at Southampton over the weekend. Eden Hazard scored. What's new? Eden Hazard also spoke about wanting to go to Real Madrid. What's new? Here's the comments. Real Madrid is the best club in the world. I don't want to lie. It is my dream since I was a kid. We will see. I don't want to talk about this every day. I don't have time, but we will talk about my future soon. Craig, he keeps talking about Real Madrid over and over and over again. Is that a problem?
No. What if Real Madrid potentially want you? Potentially. Then
well, as a Chelsea player, is it a problem?
Well, I think it's. I read back a little bit on the quotes, and what we can't deny, he's playing great at the moment, and he is an excellent player. I read back a little bit, and he said he wanted to be respectful to Chelsea, and the fact that he's not saying to them, yes, he's going to sign a contract, because in his words, he said, some mornings I wake up and I want to go, and some mornings I wake up and I think I'm staying. So I really do believe he's struggling a little bit with it in terms of, as he said, Chelsea have been very good to him and he's had a lot of success there. But at his age, I think, 27 or 28, if he does sign a new contract at Chelsea, the Real Madrid / Barca / biggest clubs in the world have gone. That's gone. So I think it is tearing at him. And I think if it's tearing at him that much, I think the answer probably is, if they want him, he's probably going to go.
I can also tell you that if you're Real Madrid and you've gone 4 games without scoring a goal and you've had difficulties creating chances and you see Eden Hazard doing what he's doing right now, week in and week out, productivity not only with goals, but productivity with creating opportunities for others, then clearly you're Real Madrid, you go, man, of the guys out there, this is one that we can certainly go after and should go after.
Real Madrid seem to need him. Let's bring in Sid Lowe. Sid, what's the likelihood that this could actually happen? Hazard to Real Madrid.
Well, I think one of the key things that Hazard says there is that he doesn't want to cause problems for Chelsea and he doesn't want to make this difficult for anyone or force a move out. And actually, there was a bit of a dig at Thibaut Courtois in what he said. He said, this won't be like Courtois. In other words, I'm not going to dig my heels and I'm not going to make this hard. And I think what that does, more than anything else, is it helps to tell you why this hasn't happened previously. Because Hazard hasn't been prepared to force the issue. He hasn't been prepared to push for this, and nor have Real Madrid been prepared to effectively fight to bring him in. Now, of course, that situation changes now, because Hazard is going into a situation in which he's coming towards the end of his contract. His price will necessarily come down, unless, of course, he ends up renewing with Chelsea. And so Real Madrid will be looking at this and thinking, this is a great player. It's also a great player who we know wants to come to us, and he's being very public about that. So it's not just a case of him saying, I want to go to Spain or I want to play for a big club. It's, I want to go for Real Madrid. And we know that his price is going to be relatively cheap. So I think in those circumstances, Real Madrid would, without doubt, be interested. The difficulty, of course, is that Real Madrid, their main target remains and will continue to remain until such a time as they know for sure it can't happen, to sign Neymar. And then, of course, you have to ask whether there's the money for both and whether there's a place in the team for both as well.